How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, creator and founder of the Hardgainer Academy. So I got a question from one of my hardgainers saying, Dre, how often do you change up your programming? So I'm going to use myself as an example here. So as far as when it comes to training, the longest time I've ever been on a program was 6 months, which was a program that I designed for myself. Why did I stay on the program so long? Because I was progressively getting stronger. So in the beginning, I was pretty much making personal bests, I would say like every week. And then after, as it went on, I started breaking PRs like every 2 weeks. So again, as that happened and it got later on, like around in the 5 to 6 month mark, things just started slowing down and I started to plateau. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to make a change. So when it comes to programs, I always say, if it's working for you, then why stop doing it? I know we always want to have variety and do things differently so we don't get bored. But when it comes to building muscle, we want to be as efficient as possible. We're not trying to waste time, right? So one thing you have to make sure of before you even consider changing your program. Maybe you're on a program that says that it's only for 30 days, or maybe it might be only for 60, 90, whichever, right? Make sure that program that you're on, if you begin to plateau, look at other factors that could be causing that. So whether it could be one, are you eating enough? Are you getting enough calories to grow? Are you actually recovering? Are you training too much? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you dealing with a lot of stress? All of these things can affect how you do on your program. So this is why I say, look at those outside factors before you change anything. But I would say if you're the kind of person where you want to do something different or you want to add some variety, stay on a program that you could do for 3 months and then switch everything around. What does that mean? What does that mean? So here's what it is. So let's say, for example, you went 3 months straight, starting off on the incline bench press. So you do that for 3 months straight, starting off on the incline. And then after, for the next 3 months, instead of starting off on the incline, start on the flat. Do that, and then after the other 3 months, you can even go on a decline, or you could start progressing with dips. Just change the order of exercises. So another example would be, let's say, incline, flat, dips. You could switch it around and be like dips, incline, flat, right? So little minor changes like those, right, can go a long way and give your body the variation it needs to not only stop you from getting bored, but to continuously make gains. Because we got to think about a term that I call it mechanical adaptation. So giving your body the chance to adapt to the exercises that you're doing, especially if it's an exercise you've never done before, or you're pretty new at, or you're still trying to get the form and the technique down. It's going to take some time to actually master it. This can take a month. This could take weeks. Give yourself the opportunity to actually adapt to that exercise. Once your body can adapt, then your body can get focused on getting stronger at that exercise. So for example, if let's say you're doing the deadlift, your form is not that great and you're not keeping it not that tight, right? So what if it takes you about maybe 2 to 3 weeks to actually master it? That's a good chunk out of, let's say, a 3-month program. So why would you stop right at the end of that 3-month mark, when you took you like about 3 to 4 weeks to actually master the technique of that exercise? Do you kind of see where I'm coming from? So this is how you want to also look at it as well. So just to kind of do a recap, as far as changing up your programs, as either you change up the exercise order, right? Or you change up the things that you're doing outside that could be affecting the program. Like I said, whether it has something to do with your calories, not eating enough, whether it's stress, or whether it's recovery, rest, and so on. Make sure all of these things are taken care of. If all of these things are taken care of and you're starting to plateau, then there's a good chance that you need to make a change. Your body has adapted and your body doesn't want to actually grow anymore, right? It doesn't want you want to get stronger because it's like the same thing over and over. Your body just likes to maintain a certain balance, right? You got to force your body to make gains. You got to force it to build muscle. And the only way to do that is when we hit a plateau, change things up. If you're in the program and you are smashing it, you are killing it, maybe you've been doing it for 2 months, right? Keep it that way. Because as you get stronger in those particular exercises, you will build muscle. By changing everything up, you got to start back all over again. And here's another one. Like, this is what I find to be a really good idea. So let's say there was a program that was really good. So there was a program that I use that's about 6 months, right? Like I said before previously. So I do it for 6 months. What I do, I'll do another different program, completely different, for like another like 3 months. And then after that 3 months, I go back to the program that originally that I loved to do for 6 months. Why? It just changes things up, shocks the body. It's kind of like, oh, now we're back to doing this, and it gives me the chance to adapt. What's really good about doing this, as far as the lifts and the numbers that you had, it's very easy to track, right? And you can make continuous progress over time in the exercises that you're doing. So you're not adding much variety or change, but at least you know, hey, if you started doing the bench, right? And then you stopped that program after 6 months, and then you jumped on another random program for 3 months and then went back to that old program where you left off and your bench increased. What do you think happened? You did something different and your body has adapted, and now it's adapting again to what you did before because it's something that is different. I hope you found that helpful, because I feel like people just change your programs is way too much. And you know what? In most cases, it's really not that necessary. I would say at least stick a program out for at least 3 months or 90 days, however you want to say it, and see how it goes. Unless it's a kind of program you're just not enjoying and you dread going to the gym for, then don't even bother with it, because it's going to be hard to complete. So I hope you found this video helpful, and you know how we do. Heart gainers, salute. Peace out.